Hi everyone, Susie here from Minnesota, and I garden in a Zone 4B, and I am taking you on my week 2 May garden tour. And the tulips are just starting. These were ones I had last year, so some did come back. Very happy to see that. It is breezy again today. They're talking storms later on with lots of rain. But we've been warm. We go from, 2 weeks ago, barely make it into the 40s, and then into the high 80s. That is just crazy. I think I will be trimming these up at some point. I am starting to see them bud out pretty good. These two especially, the other ones, but that's okay. I'm seeing some life to them. The lamium down here is starting to look better. These are just Hearty Geraniums. I think it's a light pink vision that I started from seed last year. I thought that one was a goner, but it's looking pretty good. I'm hoping they fill in this little corner nicely. I like when things kind of spill onto the pavement and the grass. It just softens the edges a little bit. The heucheras down here are Palace Purple. I started all of these from seed last year, and holy cow, I think they're just absolutely, look at that. Right now they're the best looking heucheras in my gardens, so I would be planting more of this variety. They just seem to be very vigorous. Heucheras usually last in my gardens probably between 2 to 3 years, and then I have to replant. Look at my Jacob's ladder. And even the lady's mantle has filled out. Those warm temps definitely made things pop for sure. Oh, I'm starting to see some growth on my yews. I do need to get in here and trim them up. Yeah, the goat's beard, look at that. But look at this. My cool as a cucumber hostas are coming up. So excited. I know they're dinky. I just planted them last year, so it's going to definitely take them a bit. I'm just excited to see all 3 of them come back. Over here and also over here. I thought for sure that one was gone, but it's there. These heucheras are starting, this is Melting Fire. I have the dandelions are going full force in my garden, so I do have a lot. I've got some weeding to do. And down here, these are my Sun King Aralias. Finally. I knew these two would be back for sure because they were very mature plants last year when I moved them. This one is the one I was concerned about, but there it is. The black lace elderberry, sure taking its sweet time, but it's going. At some point, probably what I'll do is I'll just cut off all of that old growth. Don't like doing that, but yeah, the Jacob's ladder is just gorgeous. These are doing much better too. I had gone in here and trimmed up the dead. These I'd gotten from a coworker last year. And they're looking pretty good, so very happy with that. My sump pump is still pushing out. Snow on the mountain is, well, it's there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. So these 3 dwarf goat spirit I'm going to move. But I'm thinking I might trench this. I would say at least a good 4 inches. And hoping that it kind of stops it from jumping ship. So probably here. These heucheras are gone. Paprika, we'll never plant them again. I think they're weak. At least in my zone. Still nothing on the crocuses, but for some reason the squirrels really like to dig them up. Oh, the Remember Me hosta is starting to poke through. This is a tricky area. I mean, the hostas do pretty good over here. They don't do fantastic just because the drainage here is just unbelievable. Yeah, I did that. So I probably will save that piece, and the rest I'm going to get rid of. But I have enough heuchera I started from seed that I'll plant that there. Columbine is filling out nicely here. Yep, so these crocuses down here, just not seeing anything. Like they should have by now, don't you think? Maybe, maybe not. I kind of joke, my crocuses croaked. And look, they just, what is it with, I mean, isn't that crazy? Pretty sure I had a hosta in here. Oh, and over here, I don't know. The heuchera, it looks okay. I was expecting more from this variety. It's pretty pistachio. Sounded like a vigorous grower, and it's proven to be kind of right now. And along with the tiarella, which is here, not that one, that's a Palace Purple. That's an overachiever. Like, so we'll see. My town has a plant sale going on pretty soon, so I took a chance with the heucheras. I really want to try something different in this area, but I'm not liking it yet. But look at the hydrangeas here. I think it's Invincible Mini Mauvet. So all that growth is coming from ground level. We'll see what happens. I'll have to get in there a little closer to see if I see anything higher up on the stems. But my Solomon seal is amazing. I've had this here probably for about 15 years though. So it definitely does take its time to spread, but once it finds its roots, it's a happy little camper. Let's see, and then Columbine. It's a garden I have to work on. It's kind of one of those that you keep plucking away at, and then finally you get it right at some point. Look, Curly Fries hosta looks amazing. Love these. Absolutely love this hosta. I should make a video on my favorite ones. Down here, and I was right. This is going to be a giant Solomon seal. So only one stalk there. That's what I mean. It does take its sweet time. I just planted it last year, towards the end of the season. I'm just glad to see it coming back. Starting to unfurl. Look, this is such a happy sight. Whoa. Look, someone jumped ship. Alright, there you go. It is a little aggressive. I'm okay with that. I think they'll look really nice with the hostas kind of intertwined. 5 years from now, I might not think so. Yeah, this, I'm going to get rid of it. I know most of you probably say leave it, but it looks horrible. It hasn't done anything. It just looks like it's stunted. This is my only foxglove that made it. I'm just going to say goodbye, little dude. These look pretty good, but this is the south side of the house. This is a warmer location. This is spearmint, heuchera. Definitely going to be the year that I need to get mulch again. I usually do it about every 3 to 4 years just because of price. And so, you know, this giant salmon seal has 2. Hopefully I can get through here without this pushing water out. I think they're talking about an inch of rain. Wild ginger, I think, looks amazing. And then my dwarf Arctic blue willow. It is pushing out growth at the bottom. Very happy to see that. I love that movement in the breeze. There might not be anything wow about this, but I wanted it for a different texture in this garden because some of these plants have very big, bold leaves. Look at, these are all my Brenera, and pretty soon the 3 here that are kind of like a half circle around my willow are the Jack of Diamonds Brenera. But look at this one. This is one of my first ones recommended by a viewer, which I'm so happy about. Look at that. I don't remember which one this is, but it wasn't Jack of Diamonds. These two next to each other, the obsidian heuchera, I think I'm going to like that very much. Oh, hey, look. Even this one has little buds on it. How cool is that? That's just a self-seeded one. So not much variegation. Maybe when it matures a little bit more, I'll get more. But hey, look at that. I think my frog looks really cute there. I didn't put him there like that. Goat's beard. That's just crazy growth. Love it. Let's see, my bleeding heart over here. It's doing okay. We'll just say that. And what can I say about the Summon Substance? And then down here, last year in the fall, I had planted up a fall container. Then I had some Hacana claw grasses that I didn't know what to do with. So I put them here. I'm doing really good. And not only that, it's spreading. So this is a more protected spot, so I have high hopes for these. I was going to take the cage off of this azalea for the tour, but I figured I'd forget to put it on, and then the rabbits would have fun with this. But what's really neat is I am starting to see them kind of open up a little bit. White Lights azalea. This Ajuga loves this spot. spearmint heuchera down here. I said this was, but I had leaves over here just because in this area I have some grasses which look happy, don't they? Look at that. I think it's called solar flare. I could be wrong. But I always put, did I say grass? I might have. I always put leaves on here to protect it through the winter. And then I just decided to cover up the heuchera. And the sweet woodruff. Can't wait till it starts to bloom. It's so delicate. Love it. And then this pulmonaria. Can't wait to see all of these bloom. This is shrimp on the Barbie. I do know this one. Look. Pretty soon with these too. I think they're going to be grape hyacinths. I can't believe these daffodils are not blooming yet. Can't wait though. This is humpback willow down here. I have to. This is going to be unbelievable this year. I'm just gonna. Not a whole lot to show over here. Everything's doing really good. I'm loving the grasses so far. I do have to try and trim up that growth, or the old growth I should say. I'm hoping it just pulls out at some point. This is the area that just gets me, that I've seen. I just can't wait. I have a lot of work to do kind of over in here. This is a difficult area just because if you can see down there, lots of huge tree root shoots. So I do have some hostas in there. I also have some hostas that I got from New Hampshire hostas online and very excited about them. And these grasses, the Hacana coral grasses, look pretty good. Very happy. Again, I had a lot of leaves on these just because they, and yes, they do grow my zone. I know that I've seen them and that's why I love them. But I also have some tricky conditions that maybe others aren't dealing with. Say, a very wet area. Still like this. I'm surprised the rabbits haven't found this yet. The blood sorrel. And then, isn't that nice? Next to this astilbe foliage, chocolate shogun. And what can I say? I love the pagoda dogwood, golden shadows. Look at that. It's a tree. Slow growing. The one thing they do say about this is do not prune it. Let it grow like this because that is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be kind of a layer tree, and I have not. I know at one point I did have one coming out here. Where is it? Kind of right down there. And then that one wasn't looking so hot, so I did prune that one off. But the rest, as I said, don't trim it. It's not supposed to be a bush. Again, slow growing. It's taken a long time to get to this point, but it's now taller than me. So, I love this. If I lived in a little bit of a warmer zone, it's probably one I would think about putting into a container You got to give it room because it does definitely branches out. I would say it's probably about 8 feet wide right now, if not a little bit more. But to underplant that with something too, oh, I think that would be amazing. This pulmonaria, can't wait for that to start blooming. But it just has interest for the whole season. When it's not in bloom, the foliage is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at this dandelion. Like I said, the dandelions, for some reason, I always have issues with them, but never that bad. Oh yeah, I don't know why I'm showing you the dandelions. Maybe because it's just a realistic garden. Turtlehead Peony is going to town, and I let it. I love it. And it likes my garden, so it can go for it. So pretty. Sabaria cervifolia Sem. Ashleaf spirea. Sometimes it's also known as a false astilbe. It's aggressive in my area, and it could be because I have wet soil. But it's probably one that I would say if you do plant it, maybe figure out a way to contain it. I'm okay with it going all over. It's a tricky area for me. And look, this ajuga is bouncing back. Very happy about that. Oh yeah, it's also out of bounds. There we go. I'm just gonna go this way because there's not much happening over here. I'm hardening off that Tradescantia planter for my aunt. I think it's a really good day for it. I'm hoping by the next time I do a tour I can get some weeding done. Goat's beard looks fantastic over here. This is where this Hearty Geranium, there were some dead spots back here. Sometimes I think too, my beagle might overshoot a little bit when he goes potty, so maybe that's doing that a little bit. But it should start growing in pretty good here. I say should. Better get a move on. I'm not going to go to the back of the garden. Only reason being is because I'll show you. I'm still cleaning out some stuff, but I have a lot of my perennial seedlings in between the beds here, just because we had some high winds and some storms, so a little more protection. So I can't really get through. Oh, how did I go past this happy site? Look at this. Look. You know what's also amazing? I've got more that will be coming up. Last year I think this only had 1 bloom. I think I'm going to have, what, 4 more? This peony finally is starting to put on some good growth here. One of my favorite peonies. And look, my Ligularia, Britt Marie Crawford. I'm just very happy to see that. And I think I just might, I don't know yet. I got rid of the arborvitaes. I might just put some annuals in there. We'll see how, I'm still going back and forth on that. I don't know if I can zoom in back here. I know you can see it on this one because I can see it from where I'm at. That is the clematis growth down there that I was concerned about. So you can see it's It's doing good. I don't know. Pretty sure, I think this one would have it too. Somewhere. I will do an update on my winter sowing. Maybe. It's kind of a... it didn't work out for me. Nellie Moser, I can't wait. It is absolutely loving its spot. And also, there's lots of growth down here at the base. And then this one over here is Princess Kate. I'm trying to remember where. I think I ordered that from maybe Wayside Gardens. Came in pretty bad shape, so I'm just surprised it pulled through. I like the tulips, I really do, but I hate when the foliage does this. And I think I'm just gonna get rid of this one because it doesn't look like it's sending up any blooms. It just covers everything. The Nepeta looks fantastic. I did prune my roses. Some look better than others, and I did fertilize, so we will see what happens with that. Yeah, this foliage, when it's covering up plants, tends to, it shades them out, and it also makes bare spots, so it's just, yeah. But I can't wait. I'm hoping these blooms come soon. And then my fern leaf peony here, look, it does have buds. I hope I get something this year. I think also, I had gotten this from a friend, but I think that's maybe a Columbine in there that hitched a ride. So. Wherever you see all these little holes, that was me. That's the evidence of my dead foxgloves. I have to get rid of it. Just yesterday I was just chucking them over there whenever I was pulling them out. This is a bleeding heart that supposedly tolerates more sun and is supposed to bloom the entire season. So we will see if that... And the only thing is I've been cutting some of the foliage from the tulips so it doesn't cover that, because that's quite delicate right now. This Hearty Geranium is amazing. Bevan's variety. But do you see what I mean about the foliage of the... So I'm going to be getting rid of it because it's covering up a lot of my plants. And at this point, like I said, I'm not seeing anything. These were from last year, so I know they say tulips are probably best treated like annuals, unless if it's, is it the Darwin series? My climbing rose shows a tremendous amount of growth. I need to get in here and tie some of it up. But like I said, it's just been so windy. I don't want to be up on a ladder until it calms down. But yeah, I'd go up, but all kinds of growth up there. Can't wait. Don't have a whole lot more to show you, but this is kind of my hardening off zone. And also I moved my perennials over here, my seedlings, just because of those storms that we were predicted. It's a little more protected over there. I don't know why I'm showing you that. And I think this is the Veronica down here that's loving its life and going out, and I'm okay with that for now. This is my cottage garden, and I really want things to fill in without me having to do a whole lot, if that makes sense. I know there's a lot of open areas to plant, which is I'm super excited about, but at some point I'm hoping I don't have too much more to do. I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I don't know if I prune that, but if I prune this huge branch in the middle, I've got one poking out that way. I'm going to wait forever for growth. And at this point, I feel that they're, I don't know. It's a tree peony, so like I said, I'm just such a slow grower. But that'll be a huge gap in there for quite a long time. Baptisia is, oh, can't wait. I know it's kind of hard to see. And I do have this cage here just to help support those stalks, because it does have so much foliage that it tends to flop sometimes. The grasses are taking their sweet time, but they are coming in. I'm not going to show it. It's not the major. Ito Peony looks pretty good. So, yeah, so. And then over here, I'm just going to show you real quick. These are my daylilies I moved, going banana. They look really good. I don't know. I'm thinking I might leave them, but all my hydrangea cuttings here are looking good, budding out really nicely. Again, I do have to find a spot for them. That's why it's like the tree peony. If I get rid of it, I might put one of those there instead. We had some heavy rains the other day, and look what it did to my tulips. So, just some wonky growth in there. But it's the flowers that I look forward to. So yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed this tour and your gardens are doing fantastic. I know you warmer zones are so much more ahead than I am, but oh well, that's okay. A slow start to the season is never a bad thing. It's just, to me, sometimes things are worth the wait. Hopefully enjoy it, and bye for now.